Well, it's going to be another beautiful day in Havasu, but I'm not going to be there. Me and this old mini semi-truck, we are rolling with a load of fiberglass. I've taken all my kit cars to the show this year. We are headed for Mount Carmel Junction, taking Ron's buggy. Man, this thing turned out good. Anyway, we're going to get her into gear. We're going to get rolling. We're going to pick Ray up in Searchlight. My friend Ray wants to go, so we'll take him this year, and we'll see everybody up there that shows up. We're just about to cross the state line. I woke Ray up in Searchlight. He's ready for a nap again already. He's ready to be out of this little tight truck, that's for sure. It's kind of tight in this cab. Are you a Utah citizen? Do you have your Utah citizenship?
No, sir.
You might get caught for transporting an illegal alien across state lines. Well, we just landed here in Hurricane. Put in 24 gallons in the old girl. She's rolling good. Wash the window and check the oil and grab us something to eat. Ray's happy to be out of the front of that truck for a minute, so we're just walking around blocking up the pump aisles here. Well, we made it. Today, the restaurant's closed, so we're gonna park right in front of the Thunderbird sign and take some pictures. What the heck, why not? We're here, got all the cars, and we'll get moved into the show on Friday, which is tomorrow, and then, yeah, we'll see everybody Saturday. All right. We just landed here at Cousin Paul's. I said hi for about 3 seconds. Now I'm out poaching. There's pears on this tree. I'm gonna get me one of these pears. I'm gonna go look at some apples. We're gonna go over here and see maybe a peach or two. Oh yeah, look at these pears. Oh, that's perfect. See, that one just fell on the ground. I'm gonna eat us a pear while we think about what we're gonna poach here. So good. Sounds like a fresh pear right off the tree. This basketball hoop's cheating. Look at this. I can reach the rim. What the heck? Anybody can slam dunk that ball. Well, oh, there are some plums. I think the bugs are getting that one. Might be a little bit late on the plums. Desiree, she didn't come with me this time, so she missed out on her plums. Maybe I'll pick her a handful. See what we got. Get some apples. Head on down the road.
Dude, are you stealing my fruit?
So, show us that arm.
It's good.
You got the,
It's all healed up.
look at that scar.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Yep. I'm gonna have my brace on it for another 2.5 months.
Yeah, where's the brace?
It's up to the house. Have you ever tried to work with one of those? It's terrible.
So, how does it feel?
It actually feels good.
You're starting to get your grip back, and
No, it's weak as weak.
can you even pick up a screwdriver?
Oh yeah, look at the difference in the size of the arms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I lost everything there. There's no squeeze.
Yeah, it's gonna
It
take
works,
a minute
it
to
just-
build it back.
Yeah. Like Michelle, we have salt shakers that you have to grab and twist.
Yep.
I can't hold it enough to twist them. Like, put salt on my food, please. It's terrible. So
That's got to be bad if he's having Michelle put his salt on his food for him. But
Yeah.
at least he's back to work. He's doing exhaust on a junker here.
Yep.
It's going to be somebody else's soon.
Hey, easy. This is not a junker. This is a fine piece of automotive history.
Mm-hmm. They didn't come with a V8 in them either.
No, straight 6. So this one's
So
special.
it's had some converting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just went and kiped a couple apples. I'm going to sit down here and eat them and laugh at him while he puts this exhaust on. We're just cruising the Bugatti. Ray's pretty close here. Yep, it's haying season here in Utah. So, this little Bugatti runs pretty good though. I gotta admit, this thing's awesome. It's all a windshield though. That's good. It's all good. Okay, so here's how you gotta get out of this. I gotta lean over here and get my hoof out, see? And then once I get out, then I can get over the tire. And then that gives Ray room. Now watch Ray. Watch Ray lean over and get his hoof out. Man, this thing's like, you got to put this thing on to get in and out of it. It is unbelievable.
This is an absolute chore.
But yeah, we made it back to Ed's. Getting ready for the car show. So we're back to the Thunderbird for the car show. We're at the world famous Thunderbird restaurant, which there's some cool old pictures up here of the restaurant, back what it looked like when I used to work here. This place was homesteaded by Ed's grandma. And it's basically famous for its homemade pies. So we're gonna sneak back in the kitchen and we're gonna show you some of the hose making pies. No, not hose making pies, but the homemade pies, how it works. So come on, follow me. So here you can get you a room at the resort. You can book your stay across the way in a trailer park. You've got your gift shop. Look at this. Get your walking sticks for hiking. So come in and see the ladies at the gift shop. Get yourself some cool things to send home. Postcards, all kinds of stuff, hats. Then we come on down in here. And this is the pro shop. You can play 9 holes of golf on a beautiful golf course. But then there's a secret door. Sneak through there. Because I can smell it. If you could smell this right now, it smells so good. I know they're making pies. What's going on back here?
Making pie.
Making pies? I knew it. I could smell them. I could totally smell it.
Hey. Hi.
I was wondering where you guys were this morning.
Just hiding away in here.
Making pies.
Making pie.
So, are these all pie rolls?
These are bread dough.
This is bread dough.
Yeah, so we made.
So it rises up.
Yeah, and then we start the pie. So we gotta finish making all the pie dough from scratch.
Hey, that's a nice shirt you have on there.
Thank you. It's my favorite.
MOSG.
I gotta represent.
You're wearing the pie
You're
girl
wearing the
shirt.
pie girl shirt.
This is Arlene and Shannon. Arlene's been here since you were 16 years old. 19 years old. I want to say 16 because you got married so young. Anyway, she hasn't made pies all these years. She's done everything in this business. Every bookkeeping. She's cleaned rooms. She's ran the hotel. She's waitressed in the lobby. She's run the gift shop. She has done, there's nothing here she can't do. Her and Ed have had to do every job in this resort.
And now Shannon.
And now Shannon, their daughter, is the next generation. I want to call it the second generation, but it's not. It's actually the third
I'm
generation.
fourth and my kids are fifth.
You're fourth generation from Grandma Fern.
Yes.
So
So there's 5
now she's back here making pies. How many pies do you girls make a day?
We cook off about 35 and we make about 35, 40 a day.
40 pies a day.
Yep. Roll them
So
by hand.
you've got to come in here and you've got to get the bumbleberry pie.
Thunderberry.
I want to call it bumbleberry.
We used to have bumbleberry.
Yeah, I know. They used to call it bumbleberry. So everybody always hits me up. They're like, oh my gosh, that place has bumbleberry pie. I'm like, yeah, now it's called the thunderberry
Kim
pie.
actually in the gift shop, her grandma's the one that came up with the bumbleberry recipe.
Really?
And then she ended up going back to the bumbleberry inn and she gave
So
the recipe.
how many, there's like different berries in it, right?
I think she said it was everything but the kitchen sink was in that pie.
Everything but the kitchen sink. But their apple pie is really good with rum sauce
And there's
and
some
ice
rum
cream.
sauce right there.
Yep, we just
Oh,
made
you got
that.
rum sauce cooking? Oh, that's so awesome. The French bread is made with the homemade bread, which Shannon is obviously working on right now.
Yeah, can't let it go down.
And their toast is all made out of the homemade bread. And do you make scones?
Yes.
So they do scones too. Scones are so good. Check out the pies.
Well, we make the pies and then we put them in here. So right now we don't have a large stock. When this is filled up, it'll last about 4 days.
Wow.
So
I'm just gonna take this right. I'm just gonna go.
they just came out of the oven. So.
Those look so good.
Don't run too fast with them and flush them on you.
Yeah, they need to cool.
Yeah, just about an hour or so.
And these are the apples.
Oh, they look so good.
So this is a sneak peek of the Thunderbird Bakery. Nobody ever gets to come back here. I'm actually not allowed back here. They want me out of here like right now, but I surprised in on them. So we're gonna go out and show you the golf course and the rest of the resort, and then we'll be getting on to the car show later on tomorrow.
Thanks for coming
Bye.
by.
So Ray and I are in the diesel golf cart. We're headed out on the golf course to go check things out. And we've pulled up here to the one and only coordinator that makes this thing crazy.
I don't make it crazy. You
make it crazy.
You make it crazy.
You're-
Look, you've already parked and you're making it crazy.
See, we're taking a tour of the golf course, and I'm filming basically, the
golf course?
The golf course. So
This big green
this
area?
right here that Emmeline has marked off. This is where the car show is going to take place. She is laying out for everybody to get here. I just happen to be first.
Amazingly!
You're not first, you're last. I better have my hamburger buns from your grandpa's.
I'm gonna give you the recipe because I haven't had time to
Okay,
make it. How about that?
so her grandpa owned a restaurant here in town, and it was called JV's Cafe. Johnny and Virginia Esplin. And they homemade their hamburger buns, and they were awesome. And she is the one holding the recipe. She's gonna share that with me, and I'll be able to make hamburger buns to remind me of my childhood of eating hamburgers at JV's Cafe. So down here we got green number 1, then we got tee off number 2 up here, and then green number 2 is right here. Now originally it was so hard to get around that corner through these trees. You could hardly ever bar this horse. Like, the obstacles are just overwhelming.
Yeah, you'd have to club over to try it.
Yeah, you couldn't do it. But basically, there's a little bridge here. It wraps on up around. They watered last night. Everything's muddy.
Might get a little Lester here.
It's kind of normal. Just all parts of bait for that. So then the road winds up through the cedar trees here at around green number 3, which used to be number 2. So I may mix these numbers up all the way through, because when I worked here, that was number 2. And now it's 3. Then we get up here and we're kind of on the 4 point. And then there was a little road I had when I worked here. I don't know if you can get up it now, but it goes up to check the water tank for the irrigation system. So there was a little road, and it's kind of washed out. There was a little road that went right up there, and it went across and around there and went up to that water tank. And I could go check the level of the water tank before I went home at night to make sure we'd get through the night.
Doing that today.
Well, not in this golf ride. Not in this golf cart, Ray.
Maybe your Jeep.
maybe need the Jeep. So then that plays down to there. Then what we do is we skip. We skip and we go right up to where these guys are working, putting in the stakes for the parking. And that is, it used to be 4 off the hill, now it's 5, I believe. That's right outside our room,
Yep.
right? So that's green number 5.
So where's the one where you shoot off the hill?
I'll take you up to it in a minute. We're just kind of playing through. So they're putting stakes in right now, getting ready for the car parking. So this is where general admission will be parking, outside of the show. So yeah, they'll drive all these stakes in, and they'll tie ribbons, and then they're like herding cats. It's like herding cats, isn't it? Herding cats. That's what you'll be doing, huh?
Yes.
So I forget your name. Jason, your mom was Tanya. So you are a 4th generation here as well, correct?
Yes.
With Shannon.
Yep.
Shannon's 4th generation as well. So he runs the golf course out here. You'll encounter him if you do anything stupid. As long as you mind your P's and Q's, you'll be good. But anyway, when I worked here, Jason, he was a little kid. Him and Rusty.
I was born. Yeah, Rusty was around.
Yeah, you and Rusty were little, like, I mean 2, 3, 4 years old. Like, so yeah, pretty cool to come back here and see Jason out here. Obviously Rusty moved away and didn't really want no part of it, but it's really cool to see you guys out here and still part of the family and still working. So we're just kind of touring around, taking a tour of the golf course, sharing it with everybody so they can see what to expect when they come out here.
Yes.
But yeah, awesome job. So you're gonna have this many cars to park tomorrow?
Maybe. It's better to be ready than not.
That's true. Like, yeah, you're clear to the rock pile up here.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, we'll cruise through. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah. How fast does this thing go?
29 miles an hour,
That's fast for a golf.
flat out.
Did you add different suspension?
Nope, it's all stock. But it's
Really?
got. Let's show Jason the
I
motor.
looked at the motor.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Yanmar 3-cylinder.
Yeah, that thing's
It's out of like a John Deere greens mower.
I want one.
I'm gonna have to build you one.
That'd be awesome.
All right, see you, Jason.
Have fun.
So basically, we go off the hill over here. That's where Ray and I've got a room, and then you play up through here. And this one's a hard one. This one doesn't look very hard, but I tell you what, it's hard to get over that rock pile.
Oh yeah.
And when your ball hits that rock pile,
Takes off.
it could go anywhere, right? I've seen them go clear. I'll bet bet you if we went over on the highway over there, if we went over there on the highway, we
have a
could
bucket
find,
of balls.
we could find golf balls. I guarantee we could find golf balls. I just know it. Because I used to come up along this wash, and I always found them along this wash in these bushes, because that rock pile is just a ricochet zone for the wrong direction. But if you could get over that rock pile, you have a bait. The other thing is, this rock pile, it's clear full of golf balls. There's always golf balls down in this thing. Down in these little holes, there are golf balls everywhere. But all these rocks, they were peeled off the ledge over here when they made the highway come through. And this is the highway that goes to Zion. So this will take you back over to Zion, drop you through the park into Hurricane. But yeah, they peeled all them rocks and put them in a big pile right here on the golf course. And it's been there since like 1950 something. It'll be pretty wet and soupy through here. Them sprinklers ran all night. I think they had 2 of them on right here. Here's a Yamaha. It's just like my Yamaha. It's the same as mine. Mine has some parts. So yeah, we could do some exchange in here. Like, it's the same.
Get them no-step pads off there.
Same. Yeah, all these are. Yeah, these are all Yamaha, like G14s. Oh, here we go. There's a G1. Ooh, this might be the original. Oh, it is. So this was the very first Yamaha G1, number 46. I remember when we got this cart. They paid pretty good money for this cart, and I don't even remember where it came from. But we tested it because we were going from electric to gas.
Nice.
And I was able to pull this one out of the fleet, and we didn't really use it. Ed's grandma used it for a few years, and then we realized the gas was probably the way to go because the batteries were so expensive at the time. And basically the inflation of the 80s made the batteries so expensive. And what happened was we put this one back into the fleet for maintenance, and then that was the first time I ever went to Lake Havasu. In 1987, Ed and I went down there and picked up 2 loads of these golf carts, bought them from the golf course down there, and the whole rest of the time I was here, we had these Yamaha G1s. These are a 2-stroke. They're like 250cc, and you can turn them up. They boogie.
Yeah, I wonder if we could redo that motor and put it in my that 3-wheeler.
Probably could. That's the
Style.
series to have, because they start in reverse. But yeah, these G1s, they're honestly the best Yamaha cart they ever made. But they banned them. They got rid of them because of the 2-stroke. But yeah, pretty cool. Cool old graveyard of a bunch of good old carts. So yeah, we'll take Ray on the rest of this tour. Never mind the diesel smoke. Never mind the diesel smoke. Never mind that diesel smoke, Ray.
That's right.
So there's a maintenance shed up here, and that's where basically all the mechanic work takes place on the mowers and all that stuff. There's some cool stuff here. There's an old sign buried back in here. Yeah, there's a bunch more. Of everything up here. This is is all good stuff. Yeah, that's to go get them off the course. So back when I worked here, I had a little golf cart that had a little tow boom on it because I could tow anything. They made this little trailer later on, but yeah, it's pretty cool because these carts, they do break down. They break down all the time. But yeah, looks like I need to come up and get a few of these running. Look at this one. That's a dandy. Easy go, easy go, easy go, easy go. See the signs? Look at those old signs. Yeah, there's a crown sign off there too. What are you doing? Are you hunting mice up here? Are you a mouser? Are you a mouser? Is that what you're doing? You're mousing? You got whiskers. Long whiskers. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we made a new friend up here. Ray's got someone to sleep with tonight. So we've dug through the golf carts. We don't see anything spectacular, but we're gonna find some parts for our 6-seater golf cart down the hill. Yeah, that the club car body style is what I need, because I need the logistics to mount all the plastics, because my body's club car. But the rest is all custom, so it doesn't really matter. I could use a Yamaha rear end, an E-Z-Go rear end. I think the E-Z-Go ones are probably stronger because they had a bigger motor. So now we'll take Ray up on the 9th hole tee off, which is kind of an overlook. There's that golf course. So once you finish hole 8, come up here, take you up to the top of 9. Right here. Look at this dinosaur track. You think that's a big bird or what? A big bird. And we gotta be very quiet. We gotta be very quiet, like Chevy Chase and what was the Caddyshack? Morning. So these nice people just teed off for number 9. Hopefully they did good. Hopefully they're well off the mountain. And this is the little overlook for the 9th tee. Pretty crazy.
Tee off the sprinkler head.
You betcha. You can. Looks like broken tees are clear down here. So right up on this hill through the trees, there's the water tank, and that's the reservoir for pressure for running the sprinkler system. So hope you guys enjoyed your little tour of the golf course, Thunderbird Golf Course. Come check it out. Play 9 holes, get yourself a piece of thunderberry pie, and enjoy southern Utah. We're here at Papa Dar's gravel pit. across from Ed's place over here. Ed lives over there, and me and Spencer, we've taught ourselves how to run the scale with some instructions here. So what was it, 140? So it's
1260.
1260. That's pretty light. Yeah. No wonder the car's so fast with a 36 horsepower motor. So we just weighed the Bugatti. 1,260 pounds, baby. So yeah, we're gonna shut this down and get out of here. They got a pile of gravel. So Spencer and I, we're just kind of cruising through Orderville, cruising down memory lane. We grew up on these streets, literally. Yeah, these were our streets. Yeah, Spencer, these were ours. But yeah, this big weeping willow here. Look at this tree. The thing is awesome, man. It's been here forever.
It seems like it was that big when I was a kid.
You know, I remember it always being big. Yeah, and then Spencer's brother lived in this house for a long time. Is he still there? Steven still lives there.
He started an addition and then pot, and he's starting again, so he should finish that hopefully this year finally.
So we're down here at my Uncle Shane's. I don't know if anybody's here, but we're gonna cruise down here. I don't see anybody home, everybody gone. But we'll show you around Orderville. Maybe we'll take you down Frost Lane and show you where we both grew up.
Oh yeah.
Well, the doors are wide open. There might be somebody here. Very strong possibility. I hear production. He didn't even hear us. We come sneaking in stealth mode. Stealth mode. Stealth mode. What are we doing, boys? Exhaust. That's exhausting.
What's going on, man?
Not much. We took a wrong turn somewhere down there by Zion.
You are really?
How are you, Uncle?
I'm great.
Yeah, I picked up Spencer on the way.
Hey, see you, man.
So yeah, we're here at, is this the second home of 89 built or the first home of 89 built?
Depends on the day.
Depends on what day it is.
Well, today it looks like you're doing exhaust.
We were supposed to do it last night, but we forgot to get the muffler out of the pickup on the last one we did, so I had to go to Fredonia and hunt it down.
Nice. So Spencer and I pulled off here. This is East Frost Lane, Orderville, Utah. So the first house to ever go in was this one right here. My grandpa Frost built it. And he owned all of this field. And this road's always been like this. It was always dirt. Look at this pavement.
Yeah.
When did they pave it?
After I moved away, I don't know.
I could have kept my trucks clean with this pavement. So there used to be a little shop right up here, and I'll show you that, a little Quonset hut. And I used to build a lot of stuff with my Uncle Shane and my Uncle JH in there. This was my grandma's garden right here. And then part of this was my father's garden. This was all fields over here for most of the time we lived here.
Yeah.
So all these fruit trees and stuff, this was all planted by my father and my mother. So this was the house I grew up in. And man, it still looks the same. There's a little shop out back. That's where I used to fix all my stuff. And yeah, it just doesn't look any different, does it?
The wall's different. The wall used to be taller, didn't
Yeah, this wall used to be taller. I think they took that down a whole bunch. Now, I did buy this piece of property from my dad, and me and my Uncle JH built that shop right there. So yeah, that shop was put in by me and my uncle. And then this was the Tidball's house. And they were an old retired couple. And this Quonset hut was put in later by a friend of the family, Larry Cattell. Yep. So Larry Cattell bought that house from the Tidballs. And then this house, this was Spencer's house.
Yep.
And they were basically I don't remember if our house was built when you guys moved in or we were still in our trailer house.
I don't remember either.
But we had a trailer house forever. But anyway, they custom built this home. Spencer's parents and his mom still lives there today.
That's the
Okay, yeah, so that's the Zion cabin. So there's 2 of those Zion cabins down at the golf course, and they're across the street at the convention center.
They used to have wood shingles.
Yeah, I remember when they brought that in, and they looked like something right out of the Zion Park.
Yeah.
So, what was the guy's name that lived here? Barney Barnett. So the Barnetts lived here. Nice people. Remember that little dozer? Remember that little Caterpillar dozer thing that he had? The little track dozer?
Yeah.
He had a little dozer. It was a pretty cool little thing. But anyway, that shed right there, that Quonset hut used to be at the top, and that was my Uncle Jesse's shop. And my grandpa built it for a wood shop, and it was used through several members of our family for doing woodwork and metal work and all different kinds of things.
One of Shannon's kids now.
Okay, so then my Aunt Shanna had like that property, I think, and then this was Shane's old house. So my Uncle Shane, he bought a piece down here at the bottom, and he put in this mobile here, and he had it set up, and that was his house for quite a while until they moved uptown. Well, they moved to Mount Carmel, and then they moved uptown Orderville.
He fixed this. I remember this was a muddy mess.
Yeah, you didn't want to come down here when it was muddy because you couldn't get out. So yeah, we've basically come down Frost Lane, and it's pretty cool. I got to roll down Frost Lane with one of my friends, Spencer Cox, that grew up on the same street, and it's just pretty cool. Glad we could bring you guys along. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at those bread loaves they baked up. What is this?
That's a Thunderberry.
That's Thunderberry before the pie.
So good. That's what I had today.
I could just
It's a good one.
get in a vat of that and stay there. I could just be in a vat of that and just stay there.
You live in a vat of that?
I had Thunderberry.
Turn purple.
I had Thunderberry with ice cream warmed up, and it was so good.
Yeah. You have to try the cherries, the new ones.
These are for the pie eating contest.
Pie eating
Yes.
contest.
Yeah, just
For the car show, pie eating contest, love it.
An hour.
Oh, okay.
All right, I've left the kitchen. I'm here with my friend Spencer. And what did you get, Spencer?
Strawberry rhubarb.
Strawberry rhubarb. So strawberry rhubarb is his favorite, and I got the Thunderberry with ice cream, heated up, and we are going to enjoy our pie lunch at the Thunderbird.
What is that? A camera?
Yeah, Merlin's recording us for his show.
I'm making pies.
And he said he wanted the pie girl in it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Ace, what are you doing, Ace? Come here, Ace. Hi, buddy. Oh my God.
Hunting with strangers.
Oh, Ace,
Girl.
you want to get that squirrel? Yeah.
Good girl.
At least the diesel's dried out and it won't stick to it. The soot. We got soot coming out the stacks.
Oh yeah.
Where are we going, baby? Where are we going, Ace? Ace is like, I want in the middle.
Oh man, that's the wildest golf cart I've ever been in, that's for sure.
Definitely different, isn't it?
How do you get the belt to hold up?
I'll show you. Is this your wheelbarrow?
Yes.
Is this your wagon?
It's his.
What's your names?
Hendrix.
It's pretty cool. I saw you guys coming down the hill.
Thanks. Oh, this one.
Do you think you can get in on the record?
That's a lost art.
Is that what you call that?
That's what everybody else
That's a lost art.
Yeah, how many miles you think you've striped, Jeff?
10,360 miles.
It's a fair statement.
gotta do it again.
So, I'm here at the Carmel Mountain car show, and Miss Emily here. She used to be my neighbor.
We have good stories, don't we?
You have better stories about me than I have about you, because you and your dad used to play tricks on my old cars.
We didn't play tricks. You guys were just obnoxious.
Anyway, her grandpa and her grandma had a restaurant in town, Johnny in Virginia. It's called JV's Cafe. Had the best hamburgers that this valley has ever seen. And my Aunt Stacy's gonna be upset about that, but I don't care.
She has them
And
now.
Johnny always made the buns from scratch.
Everything we made from scratch.
And the sweet rolls were awesome. But the hamburgers, buns were so awesome. And Miss Emily is giving me her grandpa's
Recipe.
handed down recipe, because she holds the recipe, and I'm going to be able to make some of those
You
hamburgers.
will. You'll have to let me know.
I really appreciate that.
You're very
So
welcome.
she brought me this little goodie bag, and here's the recipe right here.
We gotta like.
Yeah.
Don't give the proprietary stuff away.
I'll give it to the world. You'll see In-N-Out change their hamburger bun recipe. It'll be-
I better trademark it, right?
It'll be Johnny Esplin's Esplin's famous hamburger buns. Thank you, Miss
In-N-Out.
Emily.
You're very welcome.
And
Thanks for
basically,
being here.
she coordinates this whole car show, and it is just epic. Did you think this many people would show up?
Well, last year we had 165 registered, 175 total that weren't registered. I planned for at least 200, and I think we've hit 165 so far.
Yeah, and they're still rolling off the hill. I
Yeah.
see them coming out of Zion.
Yep.
And the St. George people ain't even here yet. They're just getting out of bed.
Right. Well, and there's other shows going on in St. George, so who knows how
Yeah.
it's going to go, if they're going to go to that one, if they're going to come to this one.
Well,
I don't know. But I am the chaos coordinator for today.
true
here.
story. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Listen here.
You damn Havasu over here.
How you doing, plumber?
What are you up to, bud?
He's getting the royal treatment right now.
Okay, he deserves it.
You are.
You are. This is good as it gets. This is as good as it gets.
So we're just cruising around here at the car show. I'm here with Dale Sorensen. Dale Sorensen was one of my dad's old friends, and Dale was telling me yesterday, how many years you drive truck?
63.
63 years. He drove truck till he was 82, and I'm not going to tell you how old he is. What do you think of that little coupe? I saw that coming in. That's a good looking car. That is a good looking car.
I drove it
82 and a half.
What I drove.
Yeah, you think that's got a little bit of power?
This does too.
Oh yeah, this
How long did it take you to do this?
not very long.
It didn't?
So yeah, we're riding around in the diesel golf cart. Ironically, Dale drove diesel truck half his dang life, more than half your life, most of your life.
63 years.
Yeah, that's a good haul.
Hey, I quit when I was 82 and a half.
82 and a half. Did you quit because you wanted to, or you quit
No,
because you had to?
They took the line.
They took your CDL. They said you can't drive no more.
Yeah, I didn't even have a ticket.
Not even one ticket. Ah, such a shame. You could probably still drive today, huh? Look at that smile.
Give me a chance.
Give me a chance. So yeah, I used to cut firewood with my dad, and we'd go out and we'd get cedar posts and firewood and all kinds of things. And you have a daughter named Connie that went to high school with me. She's my age.
Well, Jeanette was older.
Jeanette was older.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all the local boys down here. Look at this.
What about
This is rough. Lisa was younger. So these boys down here, this is like a bar fight we're getting into. These are all the local boys. We can get in some trouble down here. Look at this little go-kart with the tow boom. He came in towing his little brother. That's his little brother that called his little brother's little hot rod. Yeah, is that cute? Yeah, he was towing it when he came down. Yeah, I've got a film here with this truck. There's an old truck right here that I got to look at. So this is my Uncle Shane's truck here. It's got a Cummins in it, of course. Gotta have Cummins in it. Everything needs a Cummins. And this is my friend Cord Higby from Alamo, Nevada. And who's this truck? What's this guy's name?
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson. Look at this thing. Look at this. Got the flying eagle on the front. Hey, what's going on back here?
We're getting ready to camp. We ain't got room to stand. So
Oh, the top's going up. Look at this.
Yeah, we're making room.
The Alaskan aluminum. This thing's cool. This thing's pretty neat. I like this. So is that hydraulic? Just
It's got a little bottle jack looking thing in here. That you plumb to 4 cylinders and just lift it up. And then you go in and pin it so it sits on pins and not the hydraulics.
that way it don't come down in the night. Come down in the night where you can't get the jack handle.
Yeah,
that'd be
pinned in your camp.
Be like, hey, cord,
Help!
jack that up.
Help.
I can't get out. Check out this hot rod first gen 4-door.
I get yelled at because I didn't come pick him up.
He was supposed to come pick me up. I got a headliner gonna go in it.
A lot of sunlight out here.
Let me know what you think of that in the dang old comments. That's a pretty nice old truck right there. Guys, check out this old Greyhound bus. My old friend Harry, he used to work on these. It's got the drive shaft coming out right here on an angle. It's pretty cool. So the famous 6V 671 inline blower comes off of these. That's the one they made into the hot rod dragster blowers right there. I got to show you guys this Dodge Brothers down here. It's pretty neat.
Slow down, sir. Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Down in Phoenix. So, hey, Merlin, how the heck you doing?
I just came to see this old Dodge truck.
What can I tell you, Merlin?
You know, you need to tell me about this old truck. That's what you need to tell me.
Well,
this is a 1928 Dodge Brothers. Guys, check this thing out. Look at this steering wheel.
do I got to correct you? It's 1929.
Oh, it's a 29. I'm off a year. 29, built by Graham Brothers, Detroit. So a lot of people don't know the Dodge Brothers, they died in 1922
Yep.
from the Spanish flu. There's videos on that.
Okay.
And then their wives ran the company for a short time. And then they were already multi-billionaire back then in today's status. And then they sold out to Graham.
Oh, okay.
So
you're teaching me.
You're 29,
Yeah.
my 33.
Huh?
My 33 is also a Graham Dodge Brothers.
Okay.
So these were the last of the era before Walter P. Chrysler took over.
Okay.
But what's the story on this truck? Why is it so clean? How did it survive?
In the early 1980s, a gentleman named Carl Coates
So he picked it up in this condition.
found it in Wyoming.
Okay.
His wife saw it on the side of the road. He took it home and started doing the restoration. His wife got cancer.
Okay.
She passed away. He put it under a tarp and didn't move it. I went to do a job at his house, and my friend said, "Hey, you ought to show him your truck." We uncovered it, and after 10 visits to that little garage, I bought the truck.
This is you taking it home?
That's me taking it home.
That's pretty neat. How many years have you owned it?
2.5 right now.
Okay.
It didn't run, and me and my son's got it running.
Let's sneak over here and look at the engine. So have you hand cranked it?
No, I do have the hand crank.
Yeah, but you haven't hand cranked it.
No.
So this engine would have been the same engine series
Victory 6, yes.
that would have came in my 33, because they used these up until Walter P. Chrysler kind of reconditioned this motor. He changed a bunch of stuff on this motor. They moved the distributor down on the side, and then it became the Chrysler Plymouth Dodge motor that kind of took us all up through the 50s.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a pretty unique engine.
Do you know how that vacuum pump works?
I have no idea. Mine still had the vacuum pump on the firewall, but I never messed with it.
This had an 6-volt electric fuel pump on it when I got it.
Okay.
From sitting.
So is this still 6 volt?
Yes, it is.
This system's still 6 volt.
Yes.
Yeah, still got the advance mechanism to advance and retard the timing.
On my other motor, I have the linkage that goes across and hooks down to the steering column.
Yeah, because it had the levers.
Yep.
So that would have been an earlier engine, right?
Yes.
Or in a smaller series like a car or a runabout.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a really nice example of an early Dodge Brothers truck. Like this is just really cool. I really like the way it's finished out, and just the thing probably does what, 40 mile an hour downhill with a tail wheel after you kick it in neutral so you don't throw the rods off the crank.
Pretty much.
But it'll probably climb the side of the mountain if you just stick it in low gear and let it go. So has it got a 4-speed in it?
4-speed, yeah.
So it's a 4-speed, probably just a crash box. You got a double clutch every gear.
Just about.
Yeah. So is that the original speedometer?
Yes, sir. As far as I know.
Okay. And then you've added these other little...
Those were in it when I got
Okay, so he put these little gauges in?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's impossible to find dashes and stuff for this stuff. There wasn't enough of these made, and most of them were violated.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate. The dash in my 33 was the only immaculate piece of the truck.
Oh.
Like it didn't have a chip or a scratch or a bump or nothing.
Oh.
And every gauge in it works. But yeah, this is pretty neat. So did he make the bed?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
It was the bed, there was a bed on it, but he redid the whole bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the way it's made with the wood crossbars and these metal stake pockets, and that's just how they did them back in the day. It was all made by wagon makers.
Yeah. Okay, Merlin. I'm having problems with my 6-volt system.
What's going on with it?
It just cranks too slow.
Okay.
The only thing hooked to my starter is the battery. Can I change the battery to the starter over to 12 volt?
You know the best thing to do?
Okay.
Have you ever messed with any 8-volt batteries?
No.
Most people don't know this. So a lot of people have trouble with these old 6-volt systems, and they crank just utterly slow.
Oh, yes.
And that's just the way they were really designed to do. Here's the problem when you convert an old 6-volt like this to 12-volt. The starter is what suffers the worst.
How are you, Martin?
Cousin James. Everybody, this is James Cox, Paul's brother. Anyway.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is his oldest brother.
Oh,
He's the one who rode the Jeep in my video. Everybody.
Yep, that was me.
That was Wild James.
That was my wild ride.
So back onto our 6-volt. So when you put 12 volts to a 6-volt starter,
yes,
what you do is you punish the teeth on the flywheel.
Okay.
And it takes them off. And it's not worth, damaging the ring gear in this thing to put 12-volt starter on. So I've come up with, over the years, and some old farmer tricks, they make an 8-volt battery. It's available at every auto parts store. So you get you an 8-volt battery in here, and what you have to do is turn your regulator up a little bit. You're going to change any of your light bulbs, you're going to change everything. Light bulbs are nice and bright. Everything works exactly the same. You just have 8 volts instead of 6.
Okay.
And it fits in the 6-volt position.
Right under the seat?
Exact same position. Does this have a generator still or an alternator?
It has a generator.
Okay. Because a lot of people with the Model A's, they'll put the alternators on them. And with the alternator, this has the adjustable brush in it. I'm sure you'll just adjust the brush until your amp gauge swings.
Okay.
And then they make the GM alternator, internally regulated, that everybody puts on the Model A's.
Okay.
They make an 8-volt regulator for them.
Okay.
You just have to dig, but you can find this stuff.
Okay.
But the first thing I would do, I would get an 8-volt battery.
Yeah.
You can get them at almost any auto parts store and put it in and try it. And then you'll have to get into this. You'll pop this off, and there's an adjustable brush in there. And by adjusting it, it increases the voltage amperage out of the generator. And you'll just see the needle swing, and you just turn it up just a tiny little bit. It'll make all the difference in the world. Rather than put a 12-volt on the starter and run everything else 6-volt, that's probably your best bet, is to just put an 8-volt battery on.
Thank you, Merle. That's why I came to talk to you. You're the one
Well, thanks for bringing your truck out here to Mount Carmel and sharing it with us. Let me know what you guys think in the old comments of this 29 Dodge Brothers. Look at that. You want to get that squirrel on there? You want?
Oh, yeah. He'll get
Squirrel?
that
Squirrel? Where's the squirrel?
Oh, no. Fish. Stick. Where's your
We're
stick?
giving away a 7mm rifle also. I've got tickets here for that if you want in on that. And we have a pie eating contest, and then afterwards we chug it down with root beer.
You guys don't want to be in a video.
Yeah, I did.
Well, who are you? Who are you, young lady?
Pickles next year.
What's you're his daughter. Well, what's your name?
My name is Dick.
And what's your name?
James.
James?
I'm Daniel.
Daniel. This is your fleet?
This is my fleet.
Heck yeah, who are you?
I'm Garrett.
Nice to meet you, Garrett.
Good to meet you.
What do you think of this car show?
What's that?
What do you think of this car show?
Oh, it's pretty fun. It's hot.
Yeah, it's a little warm. I can tell you where it's hotter.
Have a soup?
Have a soup.
Yeah, yeah, I bet.
And who's this?
This is my wife, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Yeah, they work.
Your mommy? Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. I got some questions for you.
Oh, well, I doubt if I got any answers.
You know what? Everybody tells me you've got answers. There's something about an old coupe that you used to have, that you used to race a little bit.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about it?
37 Chevy Coupe.
37 Chevy Coupe. Now, you still own that car?
Yeah.
Is it still hiding in Mom and Dad's barn?
Yeah.
What year was the last year you raced it? I'm not trying to date you. I just.
It might have been 66 or 67.
So I was born in 69. What year were you born, Sean?
67.
Sean was born in 67. Sean Griffiths is here.
He still got,
So
he still got the 67 Chevy.
So what engine was in that, Lynn?
When I was racing, it was a 283, bored out to a 292. And then later I had a 327 block with a 283 crank, which comes out of the 301.
Interesting. So is there a motor, is there an engine in it now?
No.
No engine in it now. It's sitting there without an engine. Does it still have the 37 coupe front end under it, or you got a straight axle under it?
Well, I still got the straight axle that came in 37.
So the straight axle that was under it is the same one that was under it when you were racing it?
Yeah.
Okay. So were you racing quarter mile with it, or?
Yeah, down in St. George.
Okay. So DeLynn Croft says he remember as about a, 5 or 6 year old boy, him and Tom, your youngest brother, would watch you line up on the street out there in front of Mom's house and warm the tires up and launch it down the street, getting it ready to go racing. So I got another question for you. How were you connected to the mobile gas station in Orderville? Did you?
I was renting it from
you
Blackburn.
You rented it from Tone Blackburn. Tone was the owner.
Yeah.
And how many years did you run it here in Orderville?
5, 6 years, something like that.
Did my Uncle Jesse Frost ever work for you?
No.
So my Uncle Jesse Frost, I think, worked for Tone when maybe Tone took it back over, maybe after you left. Because where did you go when you left Orderville?
I went to Panguitch.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably worked for him after.
Okay.
There's Tom wandering around.
Yeah, that's there's Tom. I see him. He's pointing at me over there. Anyway, yeah, you were so much older than me. I just heard rumors and stories about you and this
don't
famous
believe any
coupe.
rumors you hear.
Well, so I don't consider it a rumor till I hear it from 7 people. Then I consider it resource. But one of these days, would you be willing to show me that coupe and walk around it and talk about it with me on a camera?
Oh, not if I'm on camera.
I'm going to put you on camera. I'm going to make you famous. I want you to tell me the story.
You can't walk around it.
Yeah, is it buried that deep in the shop?
It's buried, yeah.
You can kind of see it. Dusty. Still red.
So what color is it?
It was red.
It was red?
Yeah,
Tell him where you got the damn thing. That's what the best
well,
story
so
is.
I heard something was found in the car that was maybe worth more than the car.
Well, it's sit across the fence. See, Uncle Charles Hepworth owned that.
Charles Hepworth, okay.
Owned all that.
Yeah. That's a big name in Orderville.
And so one day I asked him if he would sell it to me. Didn't have an engine in it.
Okay.
Some of the windows had been broken out. So he said, yeah, I'll sell it to you for $5. So I gave him $5 for it. Got it home, and of course chickens have been in and everything, so I was cleaning it all out, took the seats out, found $7 under the seat.
Okay.
You know the best part of it, he still got that $7.
I'll bet you he does. Well, that's pretty awesome. I appreciate you sharing the story, and I'm hoping one day maybe we can film with that old car and actually take a look at it and show it to everybody.
You can come up and help us anytime. I got an old S10 up there that we're planning on using the frame on that, you know, shortening the frame towards the right wheelbase, and that old 37 should set right on.
And put that coupe on it and make a driver out of it.
You know better than we do.
I would love to see that. That would be pretty cool.
Well, you come on up and show us what to do.
Well, we'll get together and we'll check that out for sure. But I appreciate you, Lynn, taking a minute and sharing your story about your old race car, because as a kid growing up, I had to hear this from all my uncles and all the people around Orderville, because Lynn Chamberlain was long gone. He was already probably in Panguitch. How many years were you in Panguitch?
Oh, 15 or something.
Yeah, so you were well off into Panguitch when I was hearing these stories. But yeah, it was
suicide doors on that car too.
No.
No, it doesn't.
So that was the deepest race history Orderville has ever really had, as far as I know. But pretty cool. And
the car came along a little later.
This Corvette is a legend, because I do remember this Corvette in front of the mobile station a few times, sitting on the street. How many years have you owned the Corvette, Lynn?
Since about 1970.
1970. Turn this on or what?
Yep.
Okay, so if I just turn it on, will it be in neutral?
Yep.
Come on up.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Everybody, we came to have fun, did you?
Woohoo!
Short-lived.
See, this is
Moves, right? One more time. Yep. All kind of. Yep. No. I'm done with my part. You done your part? We've all got part, but part you want.
Okay, guys.
Clutch and brake is not brake, right?
Yes, that's going to take some explaining. All right, guys. I got a really cool thing to share with you guys. While I was at the car show in Utah, I was walking past this van and I noticed a European license plate. And for some reason, it just caught my attention to turn around and yell at these guys and start asking them questions. Anyway, as I did and questioned their license plate, they started to explain to me that they're actually from Germany.
Right.
So what part of Germany are you from?
It's like in the middle north part. Nobody knows it here in the US. It's called Münster.
Münster. So, and I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. I'm going to let you pronounce your name.
My name is Dirk.
Dirk. So they're traveling in a van that they shipped over from Germany.
Right.
With a German plate. They've been here for 6 months. They're celebrating 25 years married.
Right.
So I invited them here to my house. Like, these guys, like, you can't walk by somebody this cool that speaks several languages and speaks them well. And I'm like, you know what? You got to come by and see my junk. Well, they were going to see the London Bridge anyway. So I am going to I'm going to teach him how to drive a 1915 Model T while he's here in Arizona. So
quite an experience, I think.
This is pretty unique. So I'm going to set this down right here. So they tell you to not put your thumb in like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more for this. if you push down.
Okay.
Because if it kicks back, it'll
Breaks it.
break your thumb. I don't push down.
You lift.
I like to lift. I feel like I'm stronger, that I can pull it through. If it kicks back, it pulls out of my hands. I hold it just tight enough, I know I can turn it. What I like to do is put it in to the slot and quarter turn up, okay? This car starts really, really easy. So, a couple things. This is the throttle.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the timing. We want to be up on the timing. We'll be off on the throttle because it's summer. This is the handbrake.
Okay.
Okay. This is neutral. Okay. You got to be careful to lock this.
Yeah.
This is basically in gear.
Okay.
So
So
this
it only has
this
one gear.
pedal,
Yeah.
this pedal
Yeah.
is your high-low.
Uh-huh.
So when you step in, it's low. When you let out, it's high.
Okay.
In the middle is neutral. This brake will hold that pedal. Watch that pedal. It will hold that pedal in neutral. So that pedal will pop out when it's forward. When you pull back, it goes back to neutral. Okay. In neutral, this is reverse. You don't touch this pedal, you just touch this one, that's reverse. This is the brake in the transmission. So that's foot brake. If you need extra brake, this is hand brake, and it locks these brakes on the wheel.
Okay.
So in a situation where you forget what's going on, just pull this lever back either all the way to stop or back into neutral, and then use your foot brake, get your control, because you can put this in neutral and push forward on either of those two pedals and go forward or backward.
Okay.
And it seems complicated because you're used to driving a stick shift with a clutch.
Yeah.
But when you panic and push in on the clutch, that's low gear.
Yeah.
That's when you drive through your house. So this is the key. You hear it buzzing? It
Yeah.
tried to start right there.
Okay.
So it's buzzing right now. I'm gonna let you get into position and put that crank in there and pull it through, and we'll see if it'll start. Quarter turn up. Ooh, see?
Yeah. Wow.
So now you got the car running. Let's go to town. Okay, so it only has one door. You have to get in first. This lever's kind of weird, and you'll want to have it on the outside of your leg. So what I do is I use the foot brake, okay, and I put it in neutral, so halfway forward. And if you put it too far, it'll kill it. So be careful to go neutral, and it doesn't catch. Like it has to go like that, okay?
Okay.
Now what you're gonna do is very easy. Push on this low pedal and let off the brake. Nope. Yeah, don't kill
us.
Yeah, it steers quick.
Yeah.
So when you let off that clutch,
Yeah.
it'll stop, and you push your foot brake. Push your foot brake. No, that's reverse. Foot brake.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let off your foot brake and push on the clutch, real easy like, and we'll get out on the street, and then you can put the other lever forward, and then you can let it off for high. And when you let it off, you kind of got to let it off slow. And hold on, stop. We're gonna put a little bit of timing in it. That'll make a little more power. And remember, this is your throttle.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll go down the street. By the way, this thing is more than 100 years old. Oh, let's get some air conditioning.
Oh wow,
It's
that's
too
much
hot.
better.
It's too hot. It's too hot for my German friend. So just keep the pedal to the floor, the low. Keep the pedal to the floor. Squeeze the handle, and we'll make the turn all at the same time. But don't let off the pedal. Keep it to the floor, and we'll pull a little bit of throttle. Keep it to the floor. We'll stay in low, and I'll let you run the throttle. Okay, now take the throttle off and let the pedal out slow. There we go. Okay, clear off the pedal. And then you can run your throttle for speed and use your brake. If you need to slow down, you take your throttle off We'll keep going and we'll make a right at the next street. That's 20 horsepower.
Like a race car.
So then you take your throttle off and then step in on your low. There you go. And then it'll just round the corner and you'll manage your low.
Oh, there's a car.
We have the right of way though, we can go. Okay, we'll do a U-turn.
U-turn.
I like the way, oh, my door's open, I could fall out. So push it on low, there you go, rev the engine, give it some revs. Then take the throttle off, and then let out slow. There you go. You got it. I'm gonna send you back to Germany in this thing.
That's sick.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it a funny little car?
I love it.
It's a hell of an experience.
It is.
Keep going straight, and then go straight to the stop sign, and we'll go left. And so pushing on the pedal. There you go. And then what you do when you stop here, give a hand signal to the left. Yeah, we're good. We can go left. Go left. And then reach up and keep it in low. Pull the handbrake halfway back. Just halfway. Right there. Good. Flip the lever out to lock it. Okay. And then you can let out on the clutch. Now you can manage it up into the driveway. See? Because now you have the safety of the neutral, and then you can use the foot brake to stop. And then you just let off to stop, right? Now you push the foot brake. Now you pull the handbrake all the way back. Make sure the lever locks in. This lever goes out. That's good. Okay. So now to turn this off, you push the timing back first. Then this is the key. You turn straight down.
I love it.
And I have to get out first. It's quite the setup. So what do you think of that?
Well, it's totally different, but Jesus, it's an experience.
So these are kerosene. You have to put kerosene in here and light them
up.
This one does have electric lights. This was the first year. All of the others, 1914. Over here, there's some holes in the floorboard. They had a acetylene generator and acetylene lamps.
Oh wow.
So this one, they were beginning to put electricity, but this is a brass era Model T.
Nice. Wow, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I appreciate you coming by.